Welcome, everybody, to Aligning with Success. My name is Mike DiMuccio, but you all know that. Let's see. What day is it today? December 11, 2017. We're about to start a new year, but before we do that, we have a lot going on to end this year. And one of the things that happened last month was pretty exciting for us all because we got to watch an extraordinary experience through the eyes of those who are from Mexico and Latin America who were just kicking it. I believe they have their second highest volume month since the inception of Nikken in Latin America, which kicked off in Mexico, somewhere around 5 million or so in volume. And part of that reason is on this phone here tonight. I've invited Cristina Lopez to join us. Cristina, I don't have your full last name. What is your full last name? You can, I'll just unmute you. Go ahead. There we go. Yeah, Morton. Morton. How do you pronounce it? It's Morton. Morton.
Lopez Morton in Spanish.
Morton in Spanish. All right. So Cristina has been invited tonight because Cristina became a gold, and she's coming to us from Victoria, British Columbia. So we thought it'd be great, given that we're about to really press the matter in Canada and in the United States and in Europe, but for me, more particularly in Canada. I sort of have a vested interest in the Canadian market, as you know. But what we're seeing is an interest in the emerging Latin-speaking or Spanish-speaking Latino market here in North America. And a lot of that is because of the pressing of the Mexicans, Colombians, and so forth into the North American market. But we recognize that that market is alive, very active, and it's an emerging market for us. Even though it's in our own backyard, we need to recognize it as an emerging market and explore the opportunities that are associated with it. And one of those opportunities is finding people who are from those countries originally and speak the language, and will do us proud and certainly help us a lot in terms of tapping into that market, because it's not just a language. That's one of the things that I've experienced as I've been visiting down south quite a bit. It's really not just a language. It's a culture, and it's a cultural experience when you see how, well, I'm sure those of you who've been to any of the large Nikken events have experienced the groups from Latin America, and you see how different and how vibrant and how, I mean, they just simply are on a different channel. And we want to pick up on that wavelength and sort of start moving our hips and doing that thing that they do so well, which is translating into a very thriving business in the Latin market. And so we want to bring some of that here. So Cristina, thanks for joining us. I know this is your first time joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, so I don't have any sets questions to ask you, so I'm just going to sort of explore Nikken from your point of view. So first of all, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you come from, and what brought you to Nikken?
Okay. Well, I moved to Canada 5 years ago because my husband started a master's here in Victoria, BC. He did an MBA in business. And then I moved here with my background in marketing. But I started to look for a job, and then it was hard for me to find a job with my degree, because I didn't have a Canadian experience. But I started to get into fitness and healthy lifestyle. I became a certified health coach. I graduated 4 years ago. And after that, my dad met Patty. I don't know if you know her, Patty Sutcliffe, in Mexico.
I
do. She told my dad everything about Nikken, and my dad was like, "Oh, this could be a great business for you." So he shared with me, and I didn't thought about it since the beginning. It makes sense to me. So I started. At the beginning was kind of challenging because I was here in Victoria, and I was trying to do the business in Mexico, but was kind of hard to start. Patty helped me a lot, but when I started using was this year when I started to use all my social media, my WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, all of those groups in Facebook and obviously my fan page of the health coaching, to start posting like every day, and not also like post about the products, just like posting like advices and tips to get into a healthy lifestyle, because I combine the health coaching with Niken. And I think that gave me a lot of success recently, because I don't even know my downlines right now. Like, they trust me because of my social media. I'm gonna meet them in January, but we've been working very good from distance. So this is a good opportunity to tell people how this business, you can make it from home, because this is a clear example that I do this business whenever I have a chance, from my cell phone, from my computer, when I'm stuck in traffic, when I want to share something. Yes. So
Are you nervous? Are you a little nervous right now?
Yes, because I don't have everything in mind.
It's okay. It's okay.
I have
it's okay.
it, but
it's all right. Don't be nervous. Okay, wait. I want to ask you something. So, what's your background? What's your education background?
I have a marketing degree, and then I certified as a health coach. In Mexico City, I used to work in the government. Before we moved here, I was the assistant deputy of an undersecretary of transportation in Mexico City. And then we moved here, and I started from scratch, because being an immigrant is a little bit harder here if you don't have a Canadian experience.
So now, so you came here on your husband's scholarship, or I guess your husband's desire to get his education, which, by the way, I know of somebody else who's going to be moving to Canada for the same reasons from Colombia. But so how long have you been in Canada?
5 years.
5 years. And when did you start your Niken business?
3 years ago.
So how did you learn about Niken in Canada from Patty? How did you first learn about this from her?
From Patty.
Did you go to Mexico and learn about it?
No, I haven't. Like, I don't go to Mexico very often. Like, the last time I was in Mexico was 2 years ago. But Vero and Patty coach me. We did Skype sessions, Facebook, everything.
And but what did she think how did she first sponsor you? How did she think to even know to sponsor you?
Because
I can, I'm
there's
sorry.
Vero.
I'm here.
Okay, Veronica.
Maybe I can help with that answer.
Okay, go ahead.
Because we have friends in common. So one of our friends knows Christy. So she was referred to us as a very strong-willed, hardworking person who would be interested in Niken. So we didn't know Christy at all. She was referred to us as a very type A person. So Patty had the first approach, and then I met Christy, but it's
and all of this is long distance.
Yes.
Yes.
Does that make sense, Christy?
Yes, and we met only once, no, Vero, in person.
Yeah, just once and very fast.
In 3 years.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so here you are in Canada. Your sponsor is in Mexico. You've only met briefly. You didn't know each other beforehand, and you're an immigrant. You're new to the country. You're already dealing with the issues that are associated with that. Probably don't know anybody or don't think you know anybody, and all of that stuff. But still, you decided to. Why did you decide to get involved in Niken?
My dad told me about, because I knew about the product since I was living in Mexico. Because in Mexico, Niken is big, and a lot of people know about it. And it makes sense to start the business, because I already knew some of the products. I already knew that the products work, and was another income for me beside the health coaching, because I already had my health coaching clients that want to get healthier, stay fit, have more energy, all of that. and was a way to share with them more into the wellness and the fitness lifestyle.
Okay, so from that, now you're coaching people in Canada, or you're coaching people in Mexico?
Mexico and Canada.
Both, okay. And so obviously in going gold, you had to do the volume in the business and the sponsoring to achieve that. Where did that come from? Canada or Mexico or both?
Mexico.
Oh, okay, interesting. So tell us about that. So how did you accomplish this this goal? First of all, did you set it as a goal, or were you working with your upline? How did this actually transpire? Because first of all, you had to go silver. So when did you go silver?
Silver in February.
Okay, so you went silver earlier this year. Mm-hmm. What was that something that you used? Was that a goal, or was that just something that happened because of the business that you were creating?
Was a goal, but was like meant to be, because in February I had a very good couple of sales of mattresses, and that gave me the opportunity. And also I was opening exactly on February my business here, my creperie with a vegan ice cream. So it was at the same time that I became silver and I was opening my business.
Wait a minute. So you have another business other than coaching?
Yes.
What's that business?
I have a creperie. We
Crepe?
sell crepes.
Crepe.
Crepes.
Okay. Is that your business?
Yes. Mine.
So you're not busy at all, right?
No. I tell Vero that I do on my free time knitting from my phone. And my husband now wants to divorce me.
Okay, so we're getting a better picture here. So in silver in February, a couple of sleep system sales, or that really helps sort of kick start that, which by the way is a great way of doing it. That's how I created the 3 silvers that I did in the last 2 months. It was kick started with sleep system sales, believe it or not. Okay. So now let's fast forward the clock. Your February, your silver. What's happening between? When did you set the goal to go gold?
It happened. No, honestly, my biggest challenge and my goal is to go to Japan. So I did every single step. Nick can, like all the challenges that Nick can put on to qualify to get to Japan and to get all those points. And then I signed up the 6 new consultants in September and October, because with the earthquake in Mexico, they gave us a little bit more time. So after that, Vero was like, if you sign in, if you already put into 6 new people into the business, you can get a new challenge. I don't know if in Canada exists the challenge 21.
No, but
So
that's one of the challenges you were operating from. So what is that challenge about?
Challenge 21 sounds very different in English, but it's to sign in to your business 21 new people in 90 days.
Wow, 21 new people join your business in 90 days?
No, I didn't do it.
Okay, that was the goal. Okay.
That was my goal.
Okay.
And the whole point of doing that goal is to become gold.
So the consequence of that would to generate the business of going gold. Okay, so you didn't do the 21 in 90 days, but you did go gold.
Exactly.
So that was a consequence.
Exactly.
All right, this is really good. This is sort of.
I'm still doing the challenge. Like
good.
I'm not gonna take it off my mind. I'm still there, and I don't know if in December. Well, December is right now. This month or January, I will accomplish it.
Okay, that's fantastic. But I just want to point something out. Gold was a consequence. In other words, a rank advancement, because I teach principles. And your experience right now is a great example of those principles in action. So you set an objective of sponsoring 21 people in 90 days. In my language, that's a launch. You did a business launch, which is a 90-day blast. It's a 90-day focused effort. And in the strategy that I use, it's only 9 people. You did 21 people in 90 days, or that's the goal, 21 people in 90 days, which is considerably more. But gold is a consequence of the action plan or the action that you put in. The rank advancement is a consequence of that focused launch. I think that's really important. People understand that while you may have goal as an objective, if you don't actually have an action plan that is the objective, with gold as a consequence, or silver as a consequence, or platinum as a consequence, it's probably not going to happen. It's the action plan. It's the work ethic that drives the behavior and that creates the outcome. Okay, so how many people, by the way, did you end up sponsoring?
16.
16. Wow. All right. These are great numbers. Okay, so of the 16 people that you sponsored, how many of those people actually did something?
There's like five of my downlines that are really working hard.
That sounds like 1/3. What a surprise. So about 1/3 of the people that you sponsored, which joined you, are actually doing the business. In my language, we call that the rule of thirds. And it's so common that we decided that we would actually embed it in the material. And there it is, the 1/3 rule. Okay, so far so good. Okay, by the way, all of you listening to this recording, this is live. I never knew this before, so this is fantastic. Okay, so you're gold now. You're not going to finish because you're still on the objective. What can you tell us about this experience? Okay, first of all, actually, I have a question before that. Is there 1 or 2 key products that you make as a recommendation when you enroll somebody or when you have a customer?
Well, in Mexico, first of all, like the water, because it's something that everyone needs to have living in Mexico. It's the water, the air purifier, and now the sleep system. This is too funny because I tried it once with Mary Robson. You know her, no?
Yes.
I tried it once, but it was one night, and like I really had the time to experience it. And one downline of Patty, that she's in our team, she was like, "But please explain us how you sell sleep systems if you haven't even tried them." And I was, "Please don't ask that."
Well, what is it? You just make the recommendation, right?
I just made the recommendation. And you know what? What I think people trust me is because I'm a health coach. So they're going to trust me that it has everything to do with health.
Okay. So obviously, okay, water, air, sleep, these are the big ticket items. That's going to drive volume, and that's going to help you advance and rank. Let me just ask another question about this. We're going to open up to the questions for the audience. So if you guys have got some questions, stand by to unmute and then ask some questions of Christina. Okay, so in terms of consultants, the consultants that are active in the business, have any of them rank advanced?
Not yet. I have one that is about to become silver. I've been having a hard time explaining them how it's important to change, like to become a silver. They just want to sell like crazy. Like I had it with a promotion in November, about the water, because was in Mexico.
Yes.
We had a huge promotion. You needed to buy 3 water systems in order to get 1 free. So was pay 2 and get the 3rd one for free. And one of my downlines, she sold 18 water filters.
Wow. Okay, so, well, if she did that, that's obviously the one's probably edging up on silver. But what about the people who, do you have any executives of those 5 people? Did any of them go executive?
Yes. Most of them, they become executive the first month.
Oh, okay. So of the 16 people that you enrolled, 5 of them became active. And would you consider the other ones just customers?
No, they still they do the business, but like they're not into the business like 100%. They
Right.
have like other type of jobs, and then they do this on their part-time, you know.
I meant to
They're
ask
not,
you, how old are you, Christina, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 32.
Okay, 32. And most of this business was generated in Mexico from people that you were contacting and reaching out. Were these people all people you knew?
No, from social media. I don't even know them.
Oh, okay. Wow. Impressive.
No,
Very,
they
very
trust me.
impressive.
It's very impressive because they trust me. I haven't met them in person. I'm gonna meet them in January.
Incredible. Okay, so that's an interesting story in itself. Just the fact that you've generated a business that's as equivalent of a gold through social media as your main source. I want to ask you about your customers. Did you generate customers that are not enrolled as consultants?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of business are they doing? What are their products mostly? What do they usually buy?
Water filters, air purifiers, sleep systems.
Okay. Wow. So the gambit. So that's fantastic. All right. Let's see. Do you have a goal right now?
A goal?
A goal for achieving platinum or diamond? Do you have something?
Yes. Yes. I want to become platinum in next year. Hopefully January in Mexico, because I'm going to Mexico and I'm gonna do an event with I don't know if you know her, Paula Bello.
I do, but you're not thinking next year, like sometime in the future next year. You've actually got January in mind.
January.
Okay, so January. Wow. All right, we're rooting for you. That's fantastic. Okay, let's unmute. Anybody have a question? Let's see. There was a few here that were asked. Let me just see if I can see. Christina, did all your new distributors sign up with intention of doing the business? So of the 16 people that joined you, were they all saying to you, we want to do the business, or did they just join for different reasons?
Some, they just joined to get the discount.
I see, okay.
Which I was happy because one of the challenge for Japan was to enroll these 6 people at the same time in September, October. So I was like, I give you my discount, but join me, and then maybe you can do the business and I'll explain you. But mostly they join to do the business. But just 5, they're like showing me that they want to do it.
Okay, got it. All right, so any questions for Christina? By the way, I want to ask you, how do you communicate with these people? Do you use Zoom like this or WhatsApp? What's your main communications tools?
WhatsApp. Yes, WhatsApp. And sometimes I do video calls through FaceTime and WhatsApp.
And is your upline involved in this activity?
No, not yet.
What about in the actual on the ground? Did they meet with anybody in Mexico, or is this totally in? Wow,
no, not yet.
Incredible. Now I'm gonna make a recommendation, Christina. When you get those people connected to your upline, you're gonna watch things start to happen where they're concerned, even more so. So I'm gonna suggest you do that right away. Okay, so one of the questions here, there's a bunch of them coming in through the chat. So let's just ask here. So what are the social media outlets that you're using mainly?
I'm using Facebook, Instagram, and I'm in a couple of groups. This is really helping me. In Mexico, there's a couple of groups of only women that share what they sell. So they share what they sell, or they ask questions about some products, or questions like housekeeping, stuff like that. And there's where I promote like my business, my health coaching.
So it's a networking group, basically. Online networking group. Okay. So your Facebook is your main. Do you use Instagram?
Also, I use Instagram, and I use it through my health coaching page.
What is your page? So if anybody wants to go and look at,
it's called Food Fits You.
Food. What is it?
Food.
Fits.
fits you.
Food fits you. FOODFITSYOU.
Exactly.
Food fits you. Cool. Okay. Let's see what other question we got here. Do you promote product or mostly health tips? What do you promote mostly on your?
I promote both. Because for my health coaching, I promote tips for health and wellness, and on the other hand, I promote the product. So it's I feel I have a balance.
Okay.
It's not only product. So I give some advices and tips to my customers, and I also promote the business. And this is how people, all my downlines, knew about me. Because once a week, I post about the Nikon opportunity.
Fantastic. And these posts, are you creating them or are you borrowing them? How you?
No, I create them because I share my experience.
Okay, so we'll be able to go online and see your stuff anyway. Do you know about the wellness home concept? Do you teach about the wellness home concept to the people you're talking with?
Sorry?
The wellness home, is that something you?
The wellness home, yes, that's what I share with them. The wellness home, like the Nikon opportunity to do a business also from home, because I share my experience that I'm in Canada, but I'm selling everywhere in Mexico, only with one click, my computer, I know where are my orders, how Estafeta, that is a carrier company in Mexico, is delivering to my customers, that I have my website, that I have my online store. And when I feel when I share that I have my online store, people are really into that because they think, that's super easy. And something like, it's very cool. Doesn't happen to me like every day, but it's very cool when I wake up and I see an invoice of someone that brought something from my online store. And I love to share that with my downlines.
That's excellent. So e-commerce, or what you call the online store, is something that's very attractive to a younger audience that's looking for ease, something that can be done easily. By the way, that concept is also known as drop ship. So big business is happening that way. So Niken is a drop ship opportunity, essentially, especially for you because you're doing it in another country. I mean, doesn't get any more like that. It's this perfect example. Okay, we have another question here. Let's see. How much time would you say you spend online with Niken? What's your focus when you promote the business?
Like 4 or 5 hours, because I use the mornings to post and share something, and then I go to work. When I'm at the store, I usually don't answer any text or inquiries, and then I come home and I work a couple of hours more.
Okay, so you're doing Niken as a part-time side business along with your store that you're now running. And
exactly.
Your wellness coaching is sort of a blend of Niken and wellness coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you promote the business, is there a focus that you call attention to? What about the business?
I focus on on having more free time, like do more of what you love, take care of yourself, but at the same time, make money.
Very good. Very good. One of the questions here is, do you have a product experience of yourself of any of the products?
With the water, 100%, because here in British Columbia, everyone drinks from the tap. They think it's the best quality of water. Nothing is better than the water from British Columbia. And then I bring my Niken filter to the store, and I make people smell what they're drinking, like smell the chlorine, and then you can trust me. And yes, they feel it right away.
Interesting. Very interesting. Any other questions? You guys can unmute, by the way.
I'd just like to comment. I think this is probably why your survey, Mike, of water first and sleep second from Latin America and carrying it over into Canada, just taking what they learned there, lousy water in Mexico, but just pointing it out that way, keeping it that simple.
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it's low hanging fruit. Everybody gets the concept, and remember, once you get them in the door of the Nikken Wellness Home, sky's the limit. Speaking of which, Christine, let me ask you this question: have you had people buy more than one time?
Yes.
So,
And something is happened me recently in Mexico. Sometimes I don't need to even promote the product. They come with me because they know I sell Nikken, and they ask me, someone recommend me this. What do you think about it? And obviously I 100% recommend it. Okay, solve. And I don't even need to do the effort of promoting the product. For example, today I sold the socks that I haven't even tried because someone told me that someone recommend them and they contact me.
okay, so
So
somebody, now
that's
you're
kind
getting
of cool.
referrals. So you're getting referrals
Exactly.
that's amazing. That's awesome. Any other questions?
So, Christine, is your you have store, or do you have a place where you coach and then there's a store, or do you coach online?
I coach online. And my store, it's a creperie, so I sell
What?
crepes and ice cream.
Oh, crepes. Okay. Okay.
Crepes and ice cream, vegan ice cream, non-dairy ice cream.
Okay. So when they come
But
there,
in the store, I only have the water filter.
yes, and then that's where you show them the difference between tap and Nikken.
Exactly.
All right. It's great. I mean, your whole energy would sell anybody just the way you are.
Okay, well, we have time for one or two more questions. Anybody else?
Chris, you said people trusted you because you're a health coach. So some of those people are your clients, your health coach clients that have purchased from you as customers because you have a working relationship with them already?
Exactly. Some of my clients have bought Nikken products. For example, the nutrition line, mostly my health coaching clients buy. And then I finished the health coaching program with them, and they know about Nikken, and someone tell them about the air purifier for their babies, or the water, or the socks like today. And they contact me because they know I sell Nikken.
Okay, so let me ask you about the nutrition. Are there any products that stand out where the nutrition is concerned?
Yes, the jade, I sell a lot of jade. And that happened to me with a referral. Someone contact me, someone recommend me the jade for acidic reflux, because a lot of people in Mexico deal with that. And yes, I sell the jade. Sold. I didn't even promote it with her.
Fantastic.
Someone recommend.
Okay, so here's my question with respect to Canada or the US, but you're in BC, so let's talk about Canada. Do you have any prospects in the Canadian market who are Spanish or Spanish descent or Latino that you think might be interested in doing what you're doing?
Yes, actually, that's my goal. My next goal is to get more Latinos working from Canada and work and do the business in their countries. So I have a couple of Colombians and a couple of Mexicans that are thinking about it. They say they might join in January whenever they have more time. But January is in 3 weeks, so I'm not even worried about that.
Well, let me give you a heads up then, because on January 9 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time, our friends from the South, your upline Veronica and her collaborator, Gloria Lopez, Royal Diamond, is also going to be co-hosting an event that's going to be about 30 minutes in length. They're designing the event to be an introduction for people who are Latino descent here in North America who would like to be a part of this emerging market. So you can join that meeting at tngzoom.com, tngzoom.com. That'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, January 9 to launch, sort of the official launch of this movement here in North America. So Cristina, you could be a big player in that movement by helping us attract more people who speak Spanish and who are also living in North America but are tied to relationships throughout North America and in Latin America who have Spanish background, Spanish-speaking background. So this is really great, a great opportunity for you and for all of us.
Yes, yes. So it's gonna be online as well, right?
It's a Zoom meeting. It will be a Zoom meeting like this
Zoom.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll probably be a broadcast. It won't be interactive like this one. It'll be a broadcast meeting.
Okay.
But so make a note of that, everybody. On January 9, tngzoom.com for that meeting to introduce your potential Latino contacts living in North America to the Nikan opportunity and what's possible from the point of view of those who are really making things happen down south of the border. So any final questions, anybody? Last time? Going once?
Yes.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Hello. Mucho gusto. Me llamo Linda.
Hola, Linda. Mucho gusto.
Hola. I have a question for you. Do you promote the importance of auto ship with your customers or your partners?
Not yet. I know it's a huge business and yes, that it's great to promote it, but I haven't promoted yet. I don't know how to start. Like I don't want to compromise my customers with auto ship, but I need to have more, I don't know, like to have a strategy to promote it more.
Okay. Well, it's good that you even thought about it, that you see it as a step that's imminent, that's coming, because I kind of see where you're coming from. We lead with the products that are most impactful, both from a business standpoint, volume-wise and profit-wise, as well from a physical impact and uniqueness, and then follow that up. That's why I asked you about products to consumers or products that are second and third orders, because eventually the auto ship is the goal to have not just a wellness home, but a real wellness home, a complete wellness home would be one that incorporates all of the Nikan products, which includes our nutrition line and our skincare, which is nutrition to the skin. Would you agree with that as a business model?
100%.
Okay, cool. Well, guys, I'm looking forward to January and the imminent announcements that are coming, the presentations that are being developed for us right now that will help cement this message. But I just want to underscore a couple of key points here. So Cristina is an import to North America, to Canada, and yet she was still able to, through social media, exclusively through social media, attract a following in Mexico and Canada, and generate enough volume that a gold ship has come from that. In a short span of time, she, I guess you started sponsoring those new people in September, 5 or 16 people, and has gone gold and is continuing to target platinum for January, which is just a matter of weeks away. And her strategy was to sponsor 21 people in 90 days. That prompted the accelerated growth and the subsequent volume that provided her with a gold ship. I think that's an important point to make, that when you sponsor somebody new, I was going to cover this maybe next week. What's the plan? What's the plan? Well, there's the long-term picture. There's a picture that ties back to their goal as a person. What do they want to achieve in their business? And maybe, Cristina, I'm going to end on that note where you're concerned. So there's the long term as to what do they want their business to look like, maybe a year or two down the road. Then there's the midterm. What does it need to have as a result? What's the tangible, measurable dollars that is going to provide her or your key contact with the motivation to be busy, to get started. And then the first 90 days, the plan is the plan. I don't think there is another plan. I don't think there should be another plan. Make your list, go after it, and the results will be the results. And from those results will be advancements in rank, income, and etc. Christina, what's your long-term picture? What do you see for yourself in Nikken?
No, I want to become. I don't know when. I hope soon, because
I think we missed that. Your signal dropped out for a second. You want to become what?
I want to become like a royal diamond. Hopefully very soon. I'm gonna keep with my 21 challenge, like every 3 months. Doesn't matter what happened, stick to my 21 persons and develop my business, because I love Nikken, and like I love what it has been doing to my downlines too, because they're very grateful to have Nikken in their lives. And yes, I trust Nikken, and I trust this company and my uplines and everyone in this team.
Well, I'm thrilled to have you. I think I can speak for the rest of us. We may be looking at one of Nikken's next Royal Diamonds. I think that would be safe to say. So how wonderful to have met you, to know you, to know that you're in the other side of the world, on the other side of the country, but in my country here, and to share your insights with this audience who's eager to learn about how they can adopt some of these things and make it work for them in their business. So thanks everybody for joining. Thanks Christina for being part of this call. And we look forward to seeing you and recognizing you as a platinum, by the way. Love to see that happen for you in January as well. Guys, don't forget January 9 is an opportunity for you. This recording will be available shortly. If you've got some people who are Latino and would like to be part of this next wave, we'll get this video circulating so that you can share with them how it can be done, even in a social media environment when you don't know anybody. So that's pretty spectacular. Again, thanks everybody. Thanks, Christina. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Mike.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias a todos.
Hasta luego.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris.